Good morning, everybody, and welcome. This is our regular business meeting of the Mason County Commission, August 27th, 2024. We're going to go ahead and go with our Pledge of Allegiance. Past Commissioner Drexler, would you lead us?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner. Roll call, please.
Commissioner District 1, Randy Netherland.
I'm here.
Commissioner District 2, Kevin Schutte. Commissioner District 3, Sharon Trask.
I'm here.
Okay, we have a quorum. Next up, item number 4, correspondence and organizational business. Do you have any correspondence for us today?
I do. So we have Board of Equalization applications sent in from Christopher Clifford. Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent notices for cannabis license and liquor license renewals. Liquor license application for Haro Sushi Teriyaki and Wok. Fred Meyer Stores Inc. and special occasion liquor license application for the Salmon Center. We also received a cannabis license application for Assumption. Federal Energy Regulation Commission sent notice of a 2024 dam safety inspection follow-up, Cushman Project and Wenatchee Project, and DSSMRs. Cushman numbers 1 and 2, developments for Cushman Project. Grace Harbor County sent a letter of termination of the April 2, 2019 interlocal agreement. And Eric Goff applied for a position with the Civil Service Commission. Steve Dunkel applied for a position on the Transportation Improvement Program Citizens Advisory Panel, or TIPCAP. Catherine McLean applied for a position on the Board of Equalization.
Excellent, thank you. Item number 4.2, Latimer's Landing temporary closure, news release. Please. Diane Zorn.
Morning. Diane Zorn, Central Services. Latimer's Landing, we're going to have a temporary closure. The Parks and Trails and Public Works will be doing maintenance repairs to the Latimer's Landing float system and resurfacing the head of the boat ramp at various times during the months of September and October this fall. At these times, Latimer's Landing Park will be closed to the public. The exact dates to be determined on scheduling and will be posted 48 hours in advance on our website, and we post it on site, and we'll do the social media and all that, because we're not sure of the schedule yet, but September, October, we'll get some work done out there.
Thank you. Next up, we have Timberland Regional Library Board of Trustees opening news release. Mark, you want to take that one?
Sure. Timberland Regional Library Board of Trustees opening. Mason County is seeking an applicant to serve on the Timberland Regional Library Board of Trustees to complete a term beginning January 1st, 2025 and expiring December 31st, 2031. The TRL Board of Trustees is a 5-county rural library district, including Grace Harbor, Lewis, Mason, Pacific, and Thurston. The board is made up of 7 members appointed by the county commissioners, 1 each from the 5 counties included in the district, and 2 at-large positions typically filled by Lewis and Thurston counties. This is an unpaid position, although travel and board-related expenses are reimbursable. The TRL Board of Trustees attend monthly meetings and scheduled events. Mason County Library visits and acts as a liaison between the TRL Board and the Mason County Commissioners. Board meetings are generally scheduled on the 4th Wednesday of each month at 5:30 p.m. If the 4th Wednesday interferes with conferences or holidays, the meeting is held on the 3rd or 5th Wednesday. There are typically 6 meetings in a year held in Olympia and 6 meetings held in other areas of the district. Applications to serve on the Timberland Regional Library Board are being accepted until the position is filled and can be submitted to the Mason County Commissioner's Office at 411 North 5th Street in Shelton. Application forms may be obtained at the Commissioner's Office by calling 360-427-9670 extension 419 or online from Mason County website at www.masoncountywA.gov/forms/advisory/advisoryboard app.pdf. Wow. If you got all that, I'd just say look at the news release and click on the link.
That'll be the way we read it next time. Look at the news release.
Yep.
When it gets in the paper. Just kidding. Okay, item number 4.4, Vital Records and Community Health moving to the new location, news release.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, effective Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024, Vital Records and Community Health will be operating at a new location at 2300 Katy Court, Suite A, Shelton, Washington, 98584. The programs and services located at the new building include Vital Records, birth certificates and death certificates, community health, communicable disease, maternal child health, behavioral health, mental health and substance use, homeless response system, chronic disease prevention, and health education. Environmental health, water, on-site sewage / septic, solid waste / code enforcement, food safety, etc. will not move and remain at its current location at 415 North 6th Street, Shelton, Washington, 98584. The Women, Infants, and Children WIC program will also remain at its current location at the Shelton Family YMCA, 3101 North Shelton Springs Road, Shelton, Washington, 98584. Please contact Melissa Casey, Community Health Manager, with any questions at mcasey@masoncountywa.gov or 360-427-9670, extension 404.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any other correspondence or organizational business to come before us today?
No.
Okay, excellent. Next up, item number 5, open forum for citizens input. This is your opportunity to speak to the commission and the public on any item that is not on the agenda. If it's on the agenda, we ask that you wait. You'll be given the opportunity to speak at that time if you choose. But if it's not on the agenda, this is your opportunity to talk to us. There's a 3-minute maximum per person, 15 minutes total for everybody, so please be brief. I can see we're loaded in here, and so it's going to be a long line. With that being said, is there anybody here who would like to speak on an item not on the agenda? Please come forward, say your name and perhaps where you're from.
Why, I will. Susan Kirchhoff from the Youth Connection. I just want to give a quick update. First of all, I want to say thank you. You guys have always been really good supportive of the Youth Connection, and we are doing amazing things. And I love sharing about what we do. So we actually came up, I never did an annual report before, so I did one for 2023. So I'm going to read some of the statistics just so you guys have them. We are all about making youth feel secure and safe. Each youth is unique, so we don't put them in a box. We let them be a youth-driven organization, and that's what we really focus on when we run the Youth Connection. As you guys know, we're in the process of trying to create that wonderful 12-unit transitional housing. Fingers crossed, where the budget will happen and we will get all of our money. I did just put another request in for a little bit of buffer zone, so we're just kind of hoping we get that final little bit of monies. Well, a lot, but in comparison. Anyway, our job at the Youth Connection is we just really want to make sure youth are there. In 2023, and I'm going to make this public, it's on our website, but in 2023, I just want to kind of give a little quick, in July of 2023, we had 396 bodies walk through our building. Of the 396 bodies, it represented 144 unique individuals. And just in comparison, in 2024, we had 909 bodies walk through our building, and it represented 148 individuals. What that says to us is that people are coming back and feeling safe, and we're having repeat people come in daily to access services and really move themselves forward. So we like having not so many, we'd like more, but having 909 bodies run through your building in 30 days, that's pretty big. We, in 2023, handed out over 1,872 hot meals daily. So we provide up to 12 meals. Actually, we give it however many we need, but we cook 12 meals a day for young people that walk in our building. And we kind of did an average. It was about 1,872 or so. We had 936 people visit our clothing and hygiene closet. That's just the inside of the building. That's not what we provide outside of it or we provide into our houses. It was just people that walked into our buildings. We distributed 2 homeless bags of food. So we averaged about this number. I'm just going to say this number's We guessed. I'm not gonna lie. But 256 bags were distributed out in our food outreach program, giving food out just in the community as we need them. We actually passed out another 156 housed food bags. So the people that were in our, either in our housing program or out in the community that were housed that just needed food. And again, those are the ones that we were able to track. We have a lot of times they'll come in and they don't want people to know, or they haven't signed up, or they haven't acknowledged that they're in need. They just need food, and then we'll just give it to them. We don't need to track all that. In 2023, we signed up, I guess is the way you would say it demographically, 119 18 and above year olds, and we signed up 34 individuals that were below 18. And these are all literally homeless young people that we served. We hope to continue to move that forward. We prevented, and in addition to those that we signed up, we prevented 29 individuals from becoming unhoused through the eviction prevention or housing prevention program. And then we put 98 individuals into permanent housing. Looking ahead for 2024, we are excited, as I said, as we moved in, we tripled our numbers in July, and we just continue to see that growing. Belfair office is growing. We see an average of 6 to 8 in our Belfair office, and that's good for that space. So we're really working hard. Our efforts in 2023 have made a significant impact on the lives and individual families we serve through our services we provide. Within the drop-in centers, our off-site shelter housing programs, intensive youth-driven case management, street outreach services, and safe, engaging activities created to build lasting relationships. And I just want to say that that's one of the biggest things that's made our ability to service our young people is creating those safe, engaging activities. It's not enough for us to just go see them on the street. They don't like that. Our young people are too system weary. They don't want to talk to people. So they really want to be able to provide we give them activities. We started doing some activities in the park, which really has garnered a bunch of young people coming to see us and really sharing things that you wouldn't think we would have learned. So it's been a good thing. We remain dedicated to our mission and committed to expanding our services to meet the evolving needs of those we serve through our building remodel, which will add the shower program, laundry access, employment service through our coffee cafe, and the amazing transitional housing units. Thank you.
Hold it, before you go, do you mind if I share a story with you real quick? So, about a month and a half ago, I get an alert that there's a youth missing, and parent was losing their stuff, and I got asked to come down, so I started getting my car and running down to come and see if I could help, and because that's what we do, we take care of each other. Luckily, somebody was smart enough to jump in their car and go check your place first
Oh,
for a
good.
safe harbor, and guess where she was?
At our place.
She was there, protected, and
Yes.
just fine.
Yes.
So just wanted to share that as a thank you.
Oh, that makes my heart happy.
It should, because it made my heart happy. That happened before I even got to Shelton. They went and found her there, safe.
Yeah.
And so.
I love it when I hear people say,
Yeah.
you really helped this person, or you helped my grandson, or you helped my child, or things like that. It just makes what we do that much more rewarding.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now, where were we? Emotions always get me off the side. Okay. Is there anybody else who would like to speak to the commission on any item that is not on the agenda? If so, speak now or forever hold your peace. No? Is there anybody on Zoom who would like to speak to the commission on any item that is not on the agenda? I don't see a citizen on there. Oh, you're citizens too. Any of you want to speak to the commission? Hearing none, I'm going to go ahead and move forward. We're going to move to item number 6, which is the adoption of today's agenda.
Mr. Chair, I move that we adopt the agenda as presented.
I will second. It has been moved and seconded that we adopt the agenda as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. We have no minutes, so there is no item number 7. So next up is our approval of our action agenda. All items on the action agenda will be read into the public's record, at which time you'll be given an opportunity to ask a question that would help you to decide whether to take it off for a separate vote. If you would like to testify or take it off for a separate vote, just go ahead and say that and we will make that happen. So with that being said, after we read it, we will call on each one individually, and I will start with item number 8.1 through 8.5. Commissioner Trask, if you'll take 6 through 11. Item number 8.1, approval of the warrants and treasurer's electronic remittance, claims, clearing fund, warrants number 8106725 through 8107158. The amount, $2,803,993.17. Direct deposit fund, warrants number 107429 through 107845. The amount, $893,642.50. Salary Clearing Fund, warrants number 7008208 through 7008235. The amount, $1,193,420.24. Item number 8.2, approval to renew the contract with LexisNexis for online legal service for the estimated amount of $3,893 through December 31st, 2027. Item number 8.3, approval of the resolution applying an across-the-board 2% general wage increase for non-represented employees effective January 1st, 2025. Item number 8.4, approval of resolution creating an information technology IT manager and Parks and Trails manager position and converting the Department of Emergency Management DEM and Parks and Trails Management to a DEM manager position. Item number 8.5, approval to enter into a lease agreement program with Cintas AED Services to replace current and add new AEDs for the total of 36 AEDs to be made available in all county buildings.
Item 8.6, approval of the letter of support to Washington State Department of Transportation supporting State Route 106 pedestrian crosswalk safety improvements in Union. Item 8.7, approval of the interlocal agreement for Public Works reimbursable work, supplies, and services with Fire District 12. Item 8.8, approval to set 2 public hearings on Tuesday, September 24th, 2024 at 9:15 to review the 2025 annual construction program and 6-year transportation improvement program for 2025 through 2030. Item 8.9, approval of the letter of concurrence with Thurston County's appointment of Ashley Lee Brooks to the Timberland Regional Library Board of Trustees to fill an unexpired at-large position expiring December 31st, 2026. Item 8.10, approval of the resolution deleting budgetary accounting fund number 192, Skokomish Flood Zone, in the 2025 budget. Item 8.11, approval of the resolution adopting the 2024 through 2025 Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy project list as recommended by the Economic Development Council.
Now that all items have been read into the record, are there any items that you have any questions to help you decide whether to take it out for a separate vote? If so, raise your hand. Seeing none. Are there anybody in Zoom land that would like to have an item, have a question or have an item taken out for a separate vote? Please raise your hand or just unmute yourself, say your name, and I'll call on you. Anybody? Okay, hearing none. Is there any items anybody would like taken out for a separate vote? Commissioner?
Nope.
Okay. The audience? No? Zoom land. Unmute yourself, say your name, and I'll call on you. Okay, hearing none, we're going to go ahead and move forward. I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move that we adopt the action agenda items 8.1 through 8.11.
I will second. It has been moved and seconded for the adoption of the action agenda as presented, 8.1 through 8.11. Any comments?
Wow.
Okay, I will, I'll add a comment. Wow. No, just kidding. With that being said, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Next up, we're going to go ahead and move right on down to other business. Department heads, elected officials. Are there any department heads or elected officials who would like to speak at this time? Would you please join us up front? Mr. Department Head.
Dave Wyndham, Public Health, Human Services. It's just a thank you. I want to put that out for everybody. You know, Melissa talked about us moving to our new location, and the county this has been a very smooth move for us, and I really can lay it back on the guys from facilities and the guys from IT. The folks, I mean, they've just really worked hard to get the facility up. It's painted, new carpet. It smells great, it looks great. It's going to be a great location for us. And it's going to even be better for the public because our lobby's going to be big, and we're not going to be crammed in that small space anymore. So I just want to say big thanks to the county folks for helping us out with that.
Hospital.
Oh, the hospital. Yeah, the hospital. So,
Forget that.
yeah, I mean, the hospital, they made this whole thing possible with an exchange of services. We got the building at a rate we can afford. And they've been a great partner as well. So this is a very exciting time going forward for us. Plus, it's really going to give DCD and building planning, permitting, their scanning folks, environmental health, more room to spread out and really kind of start tackling Building 8 and getting some improvements done over there.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you to everybody that helps.
Is there going to be an
Open house.
an office warming?
Yeah, so we plan to do an open house, office warming, something along those lines towards the end of September, once we get in and get everything going, so.
Go talk to your neighbor at Vista Oncology. I went for theirs because I'm a patient, but they have the best cupcakes and danishes I've ever had.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
wherever they got them, please find out and share the wealth with us. 'Cause-
Yeah, well, and the staff is really excited about being close to the hospital cafeteria because they've got great
Yeah.
food.
Right, they
So,
do.
yeah.
They
I
do.
know, sadly, I've had ether a lot here for
Yeah.
a friend of mine. Thank you
All right,
very
thanks.
much. Actually, it was good though, so it wasn't sadly. With that being said, is there any other department head or elected official that would like to speak on an item not on the agenda? I see a face. Are you representing a department head or elected official today, Richard, or are you just waiting for the hearing?
I'm waiting for the hearing.
Okay. Anybody, unmute yourself, say your name, and I'll call on you. Hearing none, we're gonna go ahead and move forward. Next up, public hearing. Gonna open the public hearing to consider the approving the franchise agreement between Mason County and Pleasant Cove Water Association to construct, operate, and maintain their water system along North Shore Road and Effendall Pass Road. Staff, Richard. Definitely not Mike.
All right, yeah, good. I was given a script this morning. I apologize, Mike had to, he had a last minute meeting with WisDOT, which is really hard to get sometimes, so I'm pinch hitting for him per se. So I'm gonna read what he gave me. So the background, Stephen Matthews, president of Pleasant Cove Water Association, has applied for a franchise renewal. Public Works has reviewed and updated the franchise language, included a provision for an automatic renewal for up to 3 10-year terms. Franchise will cover their water system along North Shore Road and Elfendall Pass Road in Belfair, Washington. And the requested action, we're recommending the board consider approving the franchise agreement between Mason County and Pleasant Cove Water System Association to construct, operate, and maintain their water system along North Shore Road and Elfendall Pass Road.
Okay, thank you. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to ask a question to staff regarding the presentation? There is nobody in the audience, so having none, is there anybody on Zoom that would like to ask a question of staff regarding the presentation that was just given? There's no citizens in there either. But with that being said, we will close that aspect of it and move into public testimony. Is there any public who would like to testify? Nobody here? Is there any public on Zoom who would like to testify? Please unmute yourself, say your name, and I'll call on you. I have to say it several times. If there's anybody in Zoom that would like to testify, unmute yourself, say your name, and I will call on you. Hearing none, we'll close to public testimony and move to commissioner deliberation and or motion.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the franchise agreement between Mason County and Pleasant Cove Water Association to construct, operate, and maintain their water system along North Shore Road and Elfendall Pass Road.
I will second. It has been moved and seconded for the approval of the franchise agreement between Mason County and Pleasant Cove Water Association to construct, operate, and maintain their water system along North Shore Road and Effendall Pass Road. Any comments or questions? Or
Easy one.
I have none either. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The hearing is closed.
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you. That was painless.
Okay,
This time.
so next up, we have our board report and calendars. Commissioner Trask, if you don't mind leading us off, and I will follow you.
All right. So tomorrow is, there's 2 meetings going on. It's our SWAC Solid Waste Advisory Council meeting, plus also the Hood Canal Bridge Assessment meeting. Turning Point Monthly Board meeting, Public Works Board Executive Committee meeting, Wasatch County Revenue Legislative Priority Work Group meeting number 5, and that's our last meeting for that. We've come up with some really good ideas. Moving forward, we'll present those probably next week. I'll present those. It'll be presented at the LSC meeting in coming up. And then EDC appreciation event out at Ridge Motorsports. There is a sheriff's breakfast on Friday, and then I'll be attending a meeting with Dave Wyndham for mental health. And then
Just the way that came
it's
out.
a meeting. Well, we'll stop there. 8th annual Mason County Overdose Awareness Event at Neyland Park, 3 to 7 on Friday. So I encourage people to come to that. It's pretty darn cool. And I believe the day before on Thursday is the Belfair one. So it just makes it a little hard for you. Also, I just want to say today is my daughter and her husband's anniversary. So I want to wish them a happy
How
anniversary.
many years? How many
Yep.
years?
Yep.
Oh, you know?
Enough to have a 16-year-old. So, yeah. And then also, Friday, I want to wish my son good luck on his certifying exam for his PA, and then he's nationally certified. So, pretty cool, pretty proud of him. Sunday is our Gateway annual picnic. Monday is Labor Day, don't show up. Tuesday, fundraising committee meeting for Turning Point. Wednesday, we have executive assistant interviews here, so that'll be cool. EDC Legislative Steering Committee meeting, Area Agency on Aging audit, exit audit with the Secretary of State, right? State Auditor's Office. Whew. And then a meeting with Justin DeFore, he's with,
Yeah,
we did.
the exit conference for SAO has already
SAO.
been completed.
yeah. Oh, no, this is for Area Agency on Aging.
Oh, sorry.
See,
No.
we're out of the loop.
Apologize.
You're
Get
not
down
in
with your
this
bad
one.
self-commissioner.
That's right. Hey, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Kind of. Public Works Board Executive Committee meeting. And then also on Thursday, the 5th, we meet with our legislators out at Public Works. Gotta remember that one. Public Works Board meeting on Friday. And then we are back here for a briefing on Monday. Wasatch Virtual Assembly. We're doing some food tasting for Turning Point for our Empower
poor
event. I know, it's tough, but somebody has to do it. My granddaughter's birthday is Monday. My son-in-law birthday is Tuesday, along with my daughter and my other daughter and her husband, their anniversary.
Wow.
It's an expensive month. And that brings us back to our commission meeting.
Okay. So, coming up here, as was mentioned, we've got 2 separate days of the overdose awareness meetings for the public. I will be at both of them and asked to speak at both of them. Been doing this now for a lot of years, and if you get a chance, please take the time, come on out there, and remember, I'll bet you there's nobody out there that hasn't been touched somewhere by this. Take the time, remember them, and come out and stand together, because together we can have a greater impact and work with those folks to make sure that they have options when these things happen, and the families if something does happen. So Friday is in Belfair, Saturday is at Neyland Park, 5:30 to 7. Please show up. I may attend the EDC appreciation, maybe not, but I may, so I'm just putting it in there. We have a ribbon cutting for Flywheel. I have a trash pickup on Bayshore coming up. I have a law enforcement and firefighters board meeting, Rotary meeting and delegation with our electeds that we will all be attending. Habitat for Humanity is having a dedication that I'll be at. Then I attend sometimes the Wasatch virtuals. I just pop on, listen to information, leave. I never participate or talk. It's our committee. I just sometimes get some good
No,
information
it's
there.
for everybody.
I know,
so
but
you
for,
can participate.
but for us, I just keep safe. But I appreciate all the work you do on there, and sometimes how you're known to stand up even when it's not easy. So appreciate that. With that being said, that brings us back, and we start it all over again. Anything further?
Nope.
Then I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we adjourn.
I second. Hearing no objection, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.